Thumbs up. Can everybody hear me all right? Okay, great, great. Brenda Taylor, we'll let her in. So I want to welcome everybody to our SOS reunion cruise document party. It's not a whole lot. This isn't a complicated trip. It's not like when we went to Europe, but there's some things to know and just to kind of answer some questions that people have been sending us and just address some things that you'll know how to, for example, register when you go into your celebrity app, which you can start doing already, and you sign in and things to know about that, just for example. Sorry, I also am in charge of adding people as they sign in, so it takes me 1 second. Okay, I'll start with some things and then you go. Okay. All right. Okay, so going back to our celebrity app, there's a couple of apps that we're going to ask you to download to your phone. At least one person in your party, but if you can do both, that's even better. The first one is the celebrity app, and once you get on the cruise, that app actually becomes really useful. But before you get on there, it's the best way to register for your boarding pass. Now, there'll be one step you can't do until January, and that is it wants you to fill out a health questionnaire. Make sure you don't have COVID or a flu or something like that. And I don't think it'll actually show a boarding pass until you do that. But if you do the other steps in advance, you'll be that much more ready. So um, you'll need your passport, both passports, and then or it's even better if each person has their own app and but you don't have to. And it makes it much faster when we check in the cruise port. But you'll scan in your passport photo. You'll take a selfie of yourself. That they'll compare to that. You put in your credit card information for any onboard charges. And it's also going to ask you what time you're going to arrive. Now, the time slots that you can pick, they run out as they start to fill up, they take them away. So what I'm going to tell you is we're all going to be on a motor coach coming from the Hilton. So we're going to get there at the same time. And we're going to try to be about 12 p.m. when we get there. So if you got the option to pick 12, please do. But if that option has gone away, don't worry about it. Just pick the closest time that you can. So if it lets you pick 11:30 or 12:30 or even it's 5 p.m., whatever the closest number is to the 12 o'clock, you don't have to actually pick it, but just pick the best you can. The other app most of you should know from being on past SOS at Sea cruises is WhatsApp. That's what we use, especially once we get, offshore we want to be able to use the internet that's free because everybody should have a Wi-Fi package on this cruise. And the WhatsApp itself is free. If you don't have it, please download it to your phone. And you kind of have to register it to your phone so that it'll text you like a code and so that your phone number is assigned to it. Once you get all that done, Elise, probably a week or two, she's going to send out a link to the WhatsApp private group. And once you see that link, don't open it on your computer, open it on your phone. And then if you don't have WhatsApp, it'll prompt you to download it. If you already have it, it'll just join you into our private group. And the private group on WhatsApp is great for us to communicate to you like, hey, we're meeting, we have our dance at this time and on deck 11 or whatever the information is, and we can get it out to everybody all at once. And just know you can also type in that group, but just know that everybody will see what you type. So if you wanted to send a private message or it's something personal, just send it to just the person you want to tell that to. They'll also be in your WhatsApp and you can communicate with them. And by the way, you can use WhatsApp to do phone calls and FaceTime, video calls, and it might be your kids at home. As long as they have WhatsApp, you can communicate with anybody, and you won't have to worry about putting your phone in, into a Caribbean country and paying some kind of, out of country costs for that, as long as you're on the Wi-Fi. So if you, just as like homework, if you don't already have WhatsApp, please download it and get it working on your phone. And then we'll be trying to add you if you've been on it before, but also we'll be sending links out to everybody so that you can sign in yourself. All right. So that's the Celebrity app and the WhatsApp. And really the last app I'm going to tell you about, you don't have to have this one. We will, for our itinerary and our day-to-day schedule, for example, when are the dances and what time's dinner and shore excursions and port parties and that sort of thing. Elise will have a packet. Elise and Kristen and Troy will be at the hotel. And I'll be there too the second day. And then we'll have a hospitality desk set up, and she'll have things like your t-shirts, your SOS reunion t-shirts, name tags for you to pick up. And also an itinerary, which will look like this. And that day to day. But we'll also send you a link of a digital version of this same thing that you can access as soon as we send out the email, probably on Monday. And you can access it. And sometimes, if you're interested, there's a way to also download an app that will show you this like on a day by day, and you don't even be connected to the internet to use it. So it's called it's a trip app. It's not something you download in advance. It's something that you'll be able to access when you click the link that we send you. But you don't need that third one. That's not required at all. It's just another way to view the itinerary. All right. The next thing that you definitely want to bring with you is your passport. Everybody got a passport? And sometimes you can leave, we've had an example of people went in their safe and picked up old passports, and it was made very difficult to board. So don't do that. Make sure it's your current passport, and your passport should not expire for 6 months from the time we get back. So in other words, January 11th, we're coming back into the country, and your passport should be good all the way to July 11th of 2025 at the very least, or more. The only other thing besides your passport you're going to need is your credit card and some money. These little Caribbean places that we're going, well, Puerto Rico, number one, is in the United States, part of the United States. They use dollars, and the rest of them you will accept US dollars and credit cards, so you don't have to worry about any foreign currency. The ship has US outlets on it and USB chargers and things like that. They really don't like anymore. Don't try to bring like a multi-outlet, what do you call those things? There's multi-outlets like surge suppressors and stuff,
Yeah.
but in other words, they have figured out the amount of electricity in that room. You can use only the outlets that they have, and they already have USB and stuff. So don't bring something then plug 5 other things in it.
They'll confiscate it.
They'll take it right out of your room. The same as for an iron. Don't bring an iron or anything that can cause a fire. They'll take that out of there. Okay. The next 2 items are things that we are not going to print out for you. We are just going to email you a link.
They did.
I already have emailed you the link. So you have a PDF of this document, which comes from, it's your cruise booklet from Celebrity. And you really don't need a printout, but it's good to have that PDF in your email or But if you want to print one out on your computer, go right ahead, but it's not necessary. What you will need to print out on there is the last page of that has your luggage tags. Okay. And these are specific to you. It'll have your room number and your deck number. And it's got a little place right in the middle where you can write your name. Okay. Now, Elise in her packet at the hotel will have, do you have one you can show? We have a little holder, a little clear pouch. And all you have to do is take this thing and fold it. You don't have to follow the lines on it, just fold it so it fits in there just like this. And then you have this little thing and you just slide it in there. And then there's a
This is the hard part.
this is the hard part. Then you just have this little wire that come and screws, and you screw that around your luggage handle. All right. And you don't need to do that until you're at the hotel, especially if you're the few people that are flying, do not put your cruise luggage tags on because the airline will rip them right off. So print out your luggage tags, print out the however many you need. You know, if you have 4 bags or 3 bags or 2, print one for each. And then you get your clear packet from Elise when you check in. And then sometime before the day we take the bus over to the cruise, that's when they need to be on there before they go on the bus. Because the porters, we're going to pull up right up to the porters. They're going to unload all that luggage out from under the bus before we even get off the bus. And then so they got to know where it goes. And that's the purpose of these luggage tags. So that is what I want you to print out is one luggage tag for each bag that you're going to need. And it's the last page in that PDF that Elise emailed you or Celebrity emailed you. Any questions so far? Okay. We already talked about the packet at the hotel. If for some reason we miss you or you don't get your packet, we'll bring it on the ship. Don't worry. But if you can get it at the hotel, please do. And just get, if you miss that time slot, just find one of us and we'll get your packet for you.
It'd be 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock. The second and the third will be in the lobby and available for anything you guys need.
And that'll be in your itinerary too. It says, you know, exactly what our hours are for that hospitality desk. Okay. As far as the private excursions and port party, the port party is completely sold out. There's no more tickets to that. If you signed up for the shore excursions, there's one in St. Kitts and there's one in San Juan, Puerto Rico. You can still sign up for those for about.
Say by the end of next week, I need to close that out.
So you got to the end of next week if anybody else wants to sign up for that. And where can they find? Are they on the website, aren't they?
There's a link on the MGA or Shag Destinations page.
Yeah, so if you go to the SOS at C10 webpage, then you can sign up for those excursions if you're interested. But you don't have to, and they are definitely going. We have more than enough people for them. Okay, that's the first major part. Do you want to go over things or you want me to do this next?
Go through that.
So then next, I'm just going to kind of go through the itinerary kind of briefly, just to give us a broad overview, what to expect. Basically, on January 2nd, everybody will be arriving one way or another to the Hilton Cocoa Beach. For those of you that went on the last SOS at C9, that was the same hotel and people really liked it. That's why we picked it again. We're staying there 2 nights, and that's all included in what you've already paid, but you will need to give them a credit card anyway in case you charge something to the room. Okay, but they're not going to charge the room to you.
The parking, yes.
All right, now parking is a fee that they will charge you. Their normal parking rate is $12 a day, but we got for our group half that rate of $6 a day per vehicle, which pretty good. I'm on a cruise the week before you guys with my family in Fort Lauderdale, and I'm having to pay $20 a day to park. And that's why I won't get there to the second day because my cruise doesn't even come in until January 3rd, and then I got to drive from Fort Lauderdale and meet y'all at the Hilton in Cocoa Beach on the 3rd. Um, they do have on-site restaurants. There's a couple places that we found around that area you can walk to. Just got to be careful because it's a busy road out there. Beautiful beach. It would be the coolest place on this trip. It could be, in the 60s. Uh, it could be colder. I don't know. You're just gonna have to check. But the other places we're going are gonna be a little bit warmer. I don't expect it to be hot anywhere in January, but maybe in the 70s and 80s. But in Port Canaveral, it certainly could be cool, even like light jacket weather.
The thing I usually do is, in my phone, I'll just put the places that we're going on my, weather app. That way, like a week or so before, when it's time to pack, you can kind of get a kind of a half idea of what the weather you're looking at. Hopefully that works. Sometimes it doesn't, but it's worth a try.
So at this hotel, there's a tiki bar and some outdoor areas. There's no planned activities on our end, but I remember last time a couple of years ago, some people put together some informal little dances or something. So you guys do whatever you want, have fun, but just know your drinks and all that stuff at the hotel are not included like they are on the ship. Okay. So you get there on the 2nd. We'll be staying there 2 nights. During that time, you'll get your packet. Everything else is kind of on your own as far as what you eat and drink and your expenses and that kind of thing. And then on January the 4th at about 11 o'clock, we'll want everybody to be downstairs, checked out with their luggage, ready to walk to the motor coaches. There'll be more than one motor coach.
Three.
There'll be 3 motor coaches, and we'll load them up as we go. We're all going to the ship. So it doesn't really matter which one you get on, but try to make sure you see your bags get put underneath on there. And I'll remind you about all this when we're there. And then it'll be a short ride, maybe 20 minutes over to the port. And like I said, on the port, that's where the porters will grab our bags from underneath the bus. And those you will not see for several hours. So if anything that you need to live, like medicine, money, passports to get on the ship, or maybe that you want to be dressed for something on the ship, have that in a little day bag or your handbag that you carry with you, and you'll be up with you on top. Do not put it under the bus with a checked luggage. So sometimes those things are right away, but like they try to have the room ready by 1 or 2, but that doesn't mean your checked luggage will be delivered. It might be 5, 6, 7 o'clock before it gets there. Then just kind of briefly, we all have early dining. Some people are in aqua class, so you have your own restaurant called Blue. We've tried to set it up so people that are in the same restaurant can sit together if you so wish. And most of us are in the main dining room. And in the main dining room, we've got an area of tables that we'll be able to sit at, and we'll be able to show you that. But of course, there's all kinds of things. You don't have to go with the group every night or any night. There's 5 or 6 included places to eat on the ship, from a nice buffet, a really good buffet, to some grills. And then there's a lot of specialty dining restaurants that you pay a little bit extra, but they're like a little treat. I don't think they cost as much as going out to like a restaurant at home. It's kind of like they're subsidized or something. Um, and then that's every day. And also every so often we'll post a schedule. We'll have a hospitality desk set up where you can come ask questions, or if you have anything you need to get from us. On top of that, you can WhatsApp us as well. So that's another good reason to have that app on there. But for everybody in the main dining room, you're on early dining. That should be 6 p.m. dining. And they will put in your room your table number or where they think that you'll be seated at.
Yeah, I submitted a listing,
Yeah.
table numbers and all that.
Yep. Okay, then on January 5th, we'll have our first dance. It'll be at 2 o'clock. It'll be up in the Sky Observation Lounge, which is that top sort of deck that's enclosed but has lots of glass windows everywhere. And of course, we'll have our good old DJ Furman Dominic there. And we will have you'll need to wear your name tags for those specifically to get into the private event. There'll be celebrity employees that are making sure of that. And then please come to the dances. They're a lot of fun. Even I know there's some people that aren't technically dancers like me, but I have a good time at those, and there'll be of course serving cocktails and everything.
Probably raffles.
Brenda will be doing her line dance instruction, and some fun line dances as well. We'll have those lined up. Then the next day, this will be arriving in the Dominican Republic at Puerto Plata. If you didn't sign up for the port party or a shore excursion, there's a beautiful port. It's a beautiful port where you have everything without leaving the port. There's bars and restaurants and lounges and um, pool areas and dance areas and all kinds of stuff going on. That's pretty nice. But if you are going on the port party with us, we are going to leave there and get on a motor coach, and we're going to go to a private restaurant and bar where we have some limited amount of drinks set up. DJ Furman's going to be playing there. We'll have dance music and all that kind of stuff. And we'll try to get you back to the port so you can spend some time in that nice little port area as well. Then on the 7th, we'll get to, that's the 6th. So then the 7th, we will come into San Juan, Puerto Rico. If you are on our private shore excursion, we have an El Yunque rainforest. I've been there before. It's a beautiful, like tropical rainforest. It's a really nice shore excursion, but also if you just want to get out and walk around in Antigua or Old Town Puerto Rico, it's really a fun place to walk around and see things. Or you can arrange a tour with the ship as well. Then on January 8th, we'll get in Basse-Terre, which is St. Kitts. Also another beautiful island. We do have this private shore excursion of Best of St. Kitts. And we'll have Kristen, Troy, or Elise will be on both of those, and all of us will be on the port party too. There with you. Make sure you don't get lost or anything like that. And then we'll be back on January 9th. We will have our private dance number 2. We'll have our line dancing with Brenda Taylor. Again, wear your name tags. And then here we are all the way to the 10th already. We'll have a disembarkation talk meeting. It's it'll be in this document to tell you where it is. It's on deck 5. It shouldn't be any more than 30 minutes. And then that evening, you'll pack, get some lunch, and maybe go pack. And then from 2 to 5 o'clock, we'll have some more fun dancing with DJ Furman and Brenda Taylor. And then the 11th, we'll all get off. And if you left your car at the hotel, we'll have those same 3 motor coaches will take us back to the parking lot where you can get in your car and drive wherever you want to drive to. And if you're flying, I believe all
People have got.
everybody has got celebrity paid transfers to the Orlando airport from the ship directly.
Some folks did their own, like Link and Airford, they did their own transfers. If they're good to go, they know what they got to do.
Okay, and we'll go over all that. That's one of the things we do at that disembarkation talk. All right.
You gonna ask them?
Huh?
What was we gonna ask them?
I can't remember.
Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, any questions?
Yeah, Michael, this is Mary.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, how y'all doing? What, well, I just lost my, you go to somebody else, I forgot what I was gonna ask. Let me write it down. Let me think of it.
Okay. All right. Anybody else got something?
Yeah. Quick
Go ahead.
question for Elise. Approximately when did you send out that package that you said you've already sent out to us, the celebrity package? And as
I
our,
emailed you the final documents. I emailed them yesterday.
oh, okay.
Check your email. on
And
that.
that's an email. We're not gonna mail, we're not mailing any packages.
No, I
It's just
understand
an
that.
email. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't
Okay.
remember seeing that package but that's fine. If you sent it yesterday, that's good.
Yeah,
And it might appear to come from Celebrity Cruises also.
does, yeah.
In other words, it doesn't come from Elise, it comes from, she just initiates it. And that it's gonna come from a Celebrity Cruises email, so maybe check your spam too. If you don't see
Okay.
it.
all else fails, you can just go where you checked in for your cruise on the Celebrity website. And it'll say view your travel documents, and it's all the same stuff right there with your luggage tags.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can even has a button just to print your luggage tag on the Celebrity website by signing in with your information. Do you have more?
The only thing,
Michael?
she.
I got one more thing. Finally remembered what, I heard you say, we got on a little late, something about an app.
Yeah, and Mary, I am recording this, so I'll be sending out the link to the recording probably tomorrow for what you
Okay.
missed. But yeah, just quickly, you need a Celebrity app, and you need a WhatsApp like you've done before in the past cruises, and you need your passport and a credit card, and that's really all y'all need.
Okay.
But
And-
you go ahead.
Oh, on your check-in, is there any, I know the first time that you sent out the check-in, I've already done all that. But do we not do any more check-in until the day before on that health thing?
Yeah, if you've already gone into the app and registered and done your passport and all that kind of stuff, there's nothing more to do until
January 3rd.
January 3rd, and then they'll ask you to fill out the health questions, and then your boarding pass should show up.
Okay, okay.
Hey, Elise, it's Kathy.
Yes,
Question, on the flyer you sent out on the port party, it says Tuesday, January 7th. But on our itinerary, we're in Puerto Plata on Monday, January 6th. Is that right? Can you see this?
Monday, January 6th is correct.
Okay, let me change it on here because
Is that
maybe I
updated for
screwed
that?
up and signed up for the wrong thing.
Yeah, the
Okay.
first,
Yeah, January 6th.
Got it. Okay,
yeah, I think
wanted
the
to be
first
sure I didn't
notice I
sign up
sent
for-
out had the wrong day on it, but
okay. That's the one I printed out, obviously.
yeah.
Okay, thanks.
Anybody else?
As far as dining goes, I know the people in Aqua Class would like to maybe from time to time dine with people in main dining. Just go to the maitre d' on the days you'd like to do that, and they'll try to accommodate you. They're usually in the business of saying yes, so you know, and I can't like reserve a table for people that aren't going to be eating there all the time. So just kind of have to do it on a case by case basis. And I also bring a list of everybody that's in Aqua Class. So if you guys want to pair up and eat together, you'll know, you know, who to call or who to join up with.
And if you think you have a lot of dining requests or things, you know, a $20 bill goes a long way with those maitre d's about getting things done and having special favors done for you. So think about that too.
And another point also, if you have any kind of dietary restrictions, I sent all that information to Celebrity, but it's always good to just confirm all that with your waiter because they're the guys that are on the scene right there. So it's important, definitely share that with your wait staff.
I
And
got
just,
one more question too.
okay.
On the, oh darn. Was on the, go ahead.
So just to recap, once you
Whoa.
get on the ship, to remind you what's included,
Sorry.
okay? Just like any cruise, you'll have, you know, 5 or 6 dining venues that are included, from the buffet to the main dining room.
Pizza.
Pizza. Everybody on our group has a classic beverage package. Some of y'all have even gone into Celebrity and upgraded to the premium drink package. I know I have, and it's a little bit cheaper to do it online than it is to do it on the ship, but you can upgrade on the ship. And I've seen a lot of y'all at the Martini Bar before on celebrity cruises.
No way.
You definitely will need the premium one to enjoy all the martinis at the Martini Bar.
Mm.
But again, it's up to you, and you can make that decision on day one or day two of the cruise if you want to upgrade, or you can go in to their website and do it on your own in advance. And your Wi-Fi is also included. It's a basic Wi-Fi package. I mean, don't think you're going to be streaming any like college football playoffs or anything.
Can upgrade it though.
You can pay to upgrade to do that, but it's enough to check email and use WhatsApp and things like that for no extra charge. And also your tips are included. What that means is, a lot of times at the end of a cruise, they put on this daily charge of $20 a day or whatever it is to pay people, but that won't happen because that's included. That doesn't mean like the guy that's going to be cleaning my room, my steward, I'm going to give him a 20 real soon on because he's going in and out of my room and I want him to be happy with me. And if I have a favorite bartender or waiter or something like that, I might choose to tip them, but that's my sole discretion. Your obligations have been met by the perk of having your tips prepaid.
Got
Wi-Fi,
You get
Michael?
Wi-Fi, drink pack, classic drink package, basic Wi-Fi, and tips.
Okay, on the basic Wi-Fi, I'm going to take my laptop with me and I need to check every day I go in just to do something on the bank account. And all I'm doing going in for a few minutes and then I get out. Is that included or no?
Yeah, you can have one device per person connected at any time. Now, if you go in and it seems like it's hanging up or not working on the free version, then you might choose to go down and pay to upgrade your Wi-Fi to a
Okay,
faster one. It's up to you.
okay, I got you.
a question.
All right.
When Elise sends out the stuff to put us all on a group on WhatsApp, is she gonna send that link by email or can she send it by text on the phone?
I'm gonna email it, but I'll have that available if you want to just wait till you get down there to join the group.
Normally
Okay.
we send them out in advance with smaller groups, but when you hit 100 people, then what happens is it just gets too much activity and noise, and people start leaving the group because there's ringing, dinging their phone in the middle of the night. But you can mute a particular group without leaving it if that ever happens. But just remember when you type something in, it's exciting. It's part of the buildup of the cruise, I know, but just remember it's dinging 104 people's telephones every time you type something in there. So
You can turn the notifications on.
just like Elise says, if it's bothering you, please don't exit the group. Just turn off notifications for that group and then it won't ding you. You'll just see little red number on the app when you have messages waiting.
Well, I mean, I don't get my emails on my phone. That's why I'm asking.
Well,
We can put a
Marilyn, we
link
can
on
add
the-
you and Dean already because you've been in them before, so I'm pretty sure I can just add you to the group.
We do it on the Shag Destinations page as well, right?
And you know what? I'll post it also on the Shag Destinations, the Reunion Cruise website. I'll put a link to the WhatsApp there as well. So if you can just go to that on your phone, you could get the link that way.
Okay, and then I just have another tip about the beverage package.
Okay.
Last time, right before we left, I printed out everything that was on the beverage package. And then when we got to the ship, they said what I wanted wasn't on there. So just a heads up, if you ask for Tito's, you might not get it.
And I'll say too, our last cruise was on Royal Caribbean. and they don't normally have any type of drink package included. And we just, but Celebrity does. I mean, I'm
Well-
glad it's SOS. I know you've been on Celebrity Cruise since then, but and
Yeah,
they
we were
do
on the
change-
Reflection.
That's right. And they do change from time to time, what's included and what's not included on the classic versus the premium. And most shaggers I know, you're gonna want the premium, trust me.
Okay, thanks.
You got it. All right, any more questions?
Yeah, just one, Mike. She said she was doing she's doing banking every day on the website, on the Wi-Fi. Okay, do you think that that's secure on Celebrity, on just the basic Wi-Fi package?
You know, I don't really think I will be personally, I'll have to do payroll and stuff like that. I don't have any choice. You know, the Chinese and this Salt Typhoon are all our web sites already and phones, and I mean nothing's secure. No, I don't think it's secure at all. But does she have a choice? I don't know. There is a thing called a VPN. If you install a VPN, sometimes when you have a virus protection software, it includes a free VPN, and that makes it much more secure to use. You know, like it'll be Starlink basically that we're using. You know, Elon Musk's satellites is how they do all these cruise ships now. So no, I don't consider any of them secure. All right.
Hey, Mike.
Yes,
Michael?
sir. Hey, Bill.
Hey, I had a back injury recently, and I've had sciatica for quite some time. Maybe I'll get lucky. You know, we haven't danced for 6 weeks. We're hoping
Sorry
it'll
to
be
hear
better. My question was, and I'm hoping that I found out from my MRI things are, you know, what I can do about it. Anyway, so what I was going to do was say, if I'm hurt and I need a wheelchair, can I get Troy to wheelchair me all over the place? Just kidding.
I just heard him laugh all the way back in the other room.
Absolutely, Bill. Absolutely.
Hey, if
No,
if
it's
somebody does
frustrating.
want a scooter or something like that, and you can drive these scooters around the ship and off the ship, then we can arrange it. But we got to do it now. You can't wait until you
No,
get
just
on the
kidding.
cruise.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm going to deal with it. I might not do some things I normally want to do, but we're
You'll
going to have a
be
good
at
time.
silent disco. I know you. You won't let
So, I
me-
can do that.
Okay.
So,
I mean, Troy will push you around for sure, but I just don't know if it'll be in a wheelchair.
he might push me into the pool, jump me
Might
in the
push.
pool.
Yep, I think he's pushed me into the pool.
Yeah, sorry. I just thought, just want to have a little fun. Thank
No,
y'all for
that's
doing what
great.
you do.
Absolutely. Well, guys, I know I'm looking forward to this cruise. It's going to be a lot of fun. They always are. You guys are so much fun to travel with. I look forward to it. If you guys think of something else after we hang up on this call, just please email us. Email me or Elise or Troy or Kristen, and we'll be there to help you on the ship, but we're here in advance too. And we can do a lot at the hotel, you know, as far as getting you on WhatsApp and that kind of thing as well. All right. All right. So see you guys. Thanks for spending a few minutes with us, and let us know if you have anything else, and I will see y'all after Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Happy
Merry
New
Christmas.
Year.
Merry
Bye-bye.
Christmas.
See you soon.